find the D and then go up. You can also do that on the bass clef. D, then go up. Let's start with, you got to sharp to F. We'll start with D major here and show how we get from major to minor. Okay, so in order to make D major minor, the first thing we do is lower the third. The way you would lower a third from a sharp is to make it a natural, or just to erase it so that it's not there. And then in order to make it diminish, you also have to lower the fifth. And there we have it, a D diminished triad, D, F, A flat. Let's take a look at another diminished triad. Let's take a look at B diminished triad using a knowledge of how intervals work. So, let's start with a B diminished. B is on the bottom. Then we go up a minor. Oh, let's draw all the notes. It has to be a B something, a D something, and an F something. The interval between B and D is a minor third, so it's already there. And the interval between a B, a D, and an F is also a minor third. So we are already fully diminished in that case. If we wanted to make it major, or if we wanted to make it minor, we could raise the fifth. If we wanted to make it major, we could raise the third as well. And that would be a B major triad, just FYI. And let's do one more. Let's do G flat diminished. Okay, so we know we have to have a G something, a B something, and a D something. In order to be G flat, we have to have a flat. A minor third from G flat is what to the B? It's a B double flat. And then a minor third from B double flat is D double flat, and that is our G flat diminished. You take whatever you do, you have to use the letter names B, G, B, and D, and do whatever you have to use in our knowledge of accidentals. As you saw in B diminished, you didn't need anything, but here you need almost everything. We have one more triad to look at, and then we're finished. We're going to look at the augmented triad. Now, to augment something means to make something bigger. So, before I tell you, or if you haven't looked at the book, a major third and a minor third, major on bottom, minor third on top, is a major triad. A minor third and a major third on top is a minor triad. A minor third on bottom and a minor third on top is a diminished triad because it's smaller. How can you make that triad as big as possible? Well, you would use a major third on bottom and a major third on top. So if you have three notes, you would have major third here and a major third here. So let's take a look at our favorite key to start with things in theory, the key of C. So we can see everything without the cloudiness of key signatures and accidentals. So if we were to do C augmented, we do C, and then we go up 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we would do another major third, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would have C, E, and G sharp. And how does that look different from a C major triad? Well, C major triad looks like this, C, E, G. And if we want to augment it, we just raise the fifth a half step using whatever accidental necessary, which would be a G sharp. If we want to make that major triad minor, we would lower the third, and then we would lower the fifth as well to make it diminished. So you can either use 2 major thirds from the bottom to the top, or you can use the major key, the major triad, and just raise the fifth a half step. Let's do one more example. For to do A flat, okay, using our knowledge of key signatures, A flat has B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. And so we know if we were to do a major triad, we would have A flat. There's no C here, so it would be regular C. And there's E flat here, so it'll be E flat. And then in order to raise the E flat up a half step, we would get rid of the flat, and it would become just E natural. If we were to look at that, just writing the letters down, you have A flat, you have C, and you have E. Yeah, instead of putting E flat, would be A flat major, and getting rid of that E flat would move that up a half step from here to here. And here's augmented triads on the staff. Let's look at the key of B flat major. And so we need to find our B. Then we know we're going to have a D and an F something. We know we're going to have a B flat. Our key signatures, B flat and E flat. So we're currently looking at a B flat major triad. And all we have to do is raise the fifth. That's all you have to do from that. Or you think major third, then a major third beside both of these. There should be enough information for you to read through the first section of the textbook. Read up to page 47, and in the workbook, do the major third section, just section 3, the major triad section, section 3-1. Good luck. Turn it in before too long. Thank you. Bye-bye.